Hello everyone, and welcome to all my new subscribers and to my subscribers that have been watching for a while. Thank you so much for watching. So today I'm going to be doing a no-sew journal, and this is what it looks like, the one that I've already been working on. We're going to add the pages to it also today, and it has front and back pockets. So what I used to make this, I used a folder, a 3-prong folder that has the pockets in the front, and these are very inexpensive. I probably thrifted these at a yard sale, but they're called the 2-pocket folder with fasteners. This one came from Staples, but you can get them at Walmart, just about anywhere, I believe. Okay, so I chose a white or cream color because I'm going to be using different kinds of decoupage paper on the front of my cover, and this gives it a very neutral background. So you can use any color you want. If you don't want to use decoupage paper or you want to do something else to the front, you can use whatever color that you would like. So let's get started. I want my journal to be 8 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off. I'm going to cut from the top because I want to leave this pocket down here. So I'm just going to use my cutter, and I'm going to cut it to 8 inches tall. You can make it any size you want, but I would leave at least the 2 prongs in there so it can hold your paper. I chose this size because it worked well with some of the rice paper that I'm using. So that's why I chose to make my journal this size. But I'm just going to cut that down. And then for the width, I want it to be 5.5. So when you open it up, it would be 11. So I'm going to cut it down to 5.5, and I'm going to cut the open side. I'm not going to cut the folded side. I want to cut from the open side over here. And I am going to be cutting through my pockets, but you're going to see what we're going to do with that in just a moment. So let me cut this down to 5.5. So how is everyone doing today? What kind of crafting have you been working on? I haven't done a junk journal for a while, and I was looking at some of my rice papers to see what I could do with them, and I thought, I was looking for something else actually, and then I saw these, and I thought, I wonder if I could do something with these. Okay, so this is what we have after I've cut it down. It is 8 by 5.5. Okay, so now we're going to do our pocket. Okay, so for our pockets, I'm going to be using a bone folder. You can use whatever you want to help you crease down your pockets. But since I've cut this is now open right here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fold this down to where it meets the bottom. And I'm just going to crease that down. And instead of leaving it like this, I am going to fold it to the inside. And it just folds right in there. And that is going to create our pocket. Okay, So let's do this one really quick. I'm gonna fold the back one down. I kind of hold my thumb right here in the corner so it doesn't crease too much, and so it'll be even. And then I just line it up with the bottom, and I just crease that down. I'm gonna use my bone folder to help me out a little bit there. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I was gonna originally cut it off, but I thought, why don't I just see if I can put it inside here and make it a little bit more sturdy pocket. So there we go. There basically is your journal cover. And then you just need to decorate, but we're going to add the papers and do a couple more things to this. So I will be right back to show you that. Okay, so I have already cut my papers down to size. I have made almost all of them just a little, like 7.5 inches to 7 3/4 inches tall. And the width of the paper, they're all different because I like them to be different size widths in the journal. And some of them, if they were a little bit too wide, I just folded them over. So there would be a flap in there. Now I have centered all of these. I have them placed where I want them to be. And you need to place them so they don't stick out over the top or the bottom of your journal. We're going to trim down the decoupage paper too in just a little bit. I just want to let it get really dry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've put my paper inside here where I want it to be, and I'm just going to use a pin, and where these prongs are, the prong openings, I just made a dot so I know where to punch a hole in my paper. Okay, and to do that I am going to use my Crop-A-Dile Big Bite, and this is the We Are Memory Keepers one. You could also use a regular hole punch. You may not be able to punch as many papers at one time, so you may have to do, like, you know, a couple papers and then draw your circles again, match it up where you want it. Okay, and I am using the 3/16 hole punch, and I'm just lining it up with my circle, and I am going to punch. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the other one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and cut a piece of scrapbook paper, and I cut it 7 3/4 tall by 4 1/4 wide. So that worked for my opening, but you measure yours to see what works best for your opening. And then I will probably decorate this area, and I'm going to be gluing in my paper here with glue stick, but you use the glue of your choice. So I am going to decorate some of these up and show you what they look like. And I hope you enjoyed this video today. I'm making one of mine for a gift. I do want to show you one more thing that I'm going to make for the one that I'm giving as a gift. So I will be right back. Okay, you saw that small clip of me stamping. I was using the Iron Orchid Designs decor stamp called the Waltz. This just came out in the summer 2025 collection, and I love this stamp. Each one of these is separate, so you have 4 different stamps here. So I created this fabric ribbon hand stamped, and I used each stamp twice, and it made 2.5 yards of fabric ribbon. So this is a great hand stamped idea for your gifts, or wouldn't this be beautiful like on a tree or Christmas gifts? I just thought it was a really cute idea. So I'm going to get all my journals together that I've worked on, and I'll show you the covers at the end. So here are the completed journal covers. You can decorate the covers any way you would like. I was just using some things that I had. What do you think of that ribbon? I love that stamp. It looks so beautiful on that ribbon. Now the seaside paper, that is a decoupage queen paper. And then this one right here with the flowers, that's a recycled paper. And the one with the flowers in the middle and the music notes is recycled paper. This one right here is Connie Lines and Designs. And this one is a recycled paper background, the ticking stripe, and then the flower on the front is Connie Lines and Designs. Let me know in the comments if you like this idea. I hope I inspired you to get out your decoupage papers and stamps